Is it safe to come out yet? Hello everyone, my name is Rodda and welcome to the ATA review for Bayern Munich 5, Arsenal 1. A defeat is never fun, but it's not too surprising when you go away to Bayern Munich and you've got too many bloody injuries in your squad. For the preview for the Bayern Munich match, I was under the impression that we would have both Bellerin and Koscielny fit. That was not the case. Let's look at the group table for a few seconds. Yeah, it's not looking good. But there isn't really that much difference anyway. I mean, yes, Zagreb almost got a result, and we can be kicking ourselves, damn it. But let's be honest, it doesn't really change all too much because chances are we'd have to win the next two matches anyway. And if we're going to beat Olympiacos, why not do it by 2 goals? I mean, what's stopping us from doing that? Arsenal are absolutely capable of turning up at Olympiacos and beating them by more than 2 goals. So if we want to qualify for the Champions League, I still absolutely believe it's possible. It's not the Bayern Munich result that's changed anything. It's still the same as what it was before. Anywho, we can concentrate on that stuff later on when we've actually got the next Champions League match to look at. For now, I want to talk about perspective. Now, I don't know what the overall fan base reaction is to this match. I'm hoping it's not Wenger out nonsense, because that would just be daft. Let's take a look at our defence, right? They must be culpable for the goals that we conceded. Definitely Gabriel was for that first one. Now, Gabriel and Mertesacker haven't known each other for too long. Gabriel was only signed in January. They have played together twice before the Bayern Munich match. One of those was that horrible night against Olympiacos at home, which we lost 3-2. Not a good defensive performance. The other match that they played together was actually a very good performance. That was when we were at home to Manchester United, and we absolutely thumped them. But it wasn't too much to do with the defence in that one, because let's be honest, Manchester United set themselves up to get absolutely thrashed by us, and after 20 minutes it was all said and done, and the defenders weren't really tested too much because, well, I mean, 1, it's Manchester United, and 2, we were 3-0 up. We didn't have to risk, and therefore the defence was well protected. So really, Mertesacker and Gabriel, not the best partnership so far. They've not been tested together too much. It's no real surprise that they struggled. But when you're talking about the defence, you're talking about a back 4, not a back 2. The left back is Monreal. Good. He's a great player. The right back is Debuchy. Now, he is under so much flack at the moment, and I get that he's not played too much, and when he played against Sheffield Wednesday, he had an absolute nightmare. But it's not like Debuchy has suddenly become a bad player overnight. Unfortunately, Arsenal fans do have this mindset of a player is either good enough for Arsenal or they're not. And if it's deemed that they're not good enough, they just get destroyed. Now, Debuchy is no standout player. He's not the greatest right back ever. I thought he was an astute signing coming from Newcastle, and when he started off, he was actually very good. Unfortunately, he got a long injury and he's been rather unlucky. He's good in the air and he's a decent, solid defender. He's not outstanding when it comes to attacking, but he's a solid defender. He's a solid right back. But right now, and for a whole year, he must have had a torrid time. Think about it. He was playing all right. He gets injured. That sucks. And when he comes back, he's been usurped by some 20-year-old no one's heard of. And it's not that Debuchy was usurped because he's a bad player. It's because Bellerin has just been a freak of nature. And Debuchy has only played once in the last month, and that was that Sheffield Wednesday game. He's clearly not match fit. We could see that. And in front of him is Joel Campbell. And Joel Campbell only got his first start for Arsenal on the weekend. He's clearly not match fit either, although he runs around a lot. I was watching him and I'm feeling kind of sorry because he clearly wasn't fit enough. But what choice do we have? We really don't have the players at the moment because we've got so many bloody injuries. And with all that in mind, you're against a bloody Bayern Munich. And I think we've heard enough stats about Bayern Munich this season to know that they're pretty bloody hard to beat. And it's pretty incredible that we beat them 2-0. But to turn up at their place with even more injuries than we had before, without the options that we had in that first game, I mean, it did seem like a foregone conclusion, especially when we conceded early on. Now, that was a mistake down to Gabriel. He tried stepping up against Robert Lewandowski and tried catching him offside. Yeah, it didn't happen. 1-0 down, and it's the breakthrough the goal that makes a difference. I mean, if we could have held on till half-time, who knows what might happen? I mean, that's the same scenario that we had in that first game. We conceded after 10 minutes in this game. It clearly wasn't going to happen after that. Now, despite the circumstances, looking at our players, they were still fighting hard and their spirit looks pretty good. A lot of questions as to whether Wenger should have brought off the likes of Ozil, Cazorla, or Alexis. I totally get it. You don't want to risk injury. You want to have them rested for the game coming up on Sunday against Tottenham Hotspur. But at the same time, I'm thinking, well, this is all about managing players, right? And we're thinking, all right, well, physically, it would be good if they got a rest. But from a morale point of view, I don't think any one of our best players wants to come off the pitch. I mean, they were clearly our best players on the pitch. I reckon they'd be thoroughly pissed off if they got taken off, and I don't think that's going to help them at all. I think you've got to weigh it up. You've got to think, all right, well, you don't want to just piss your players off so that their morale dips, but at the same time, you don't want them to hurt themselves, and you want them to be fresh for the weekend. I mean, either way, you're going to lose out. To be frank, the Champions League is in a perilous position, but it's not this Bayern result that's put us there. It's the first 2 games that we lost against Olympiacos and Dynamo Zagreb that put us here. All eyes on the North London derby on the weekend. That is, for me, the more important match between this one and the Bayern one. 3 points, and our title challenge in the Premier League is still looking very much on, and we deserve a good win against Tottenham Hotspur because, like I said in the preview, we've not given them a good thrashing for way too long. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to leave it here. Let me know what your thoughts are on Bayern. Are you disgraced at the performance? Are you Wenger out, Wenger in, with, you know, all that madness that seems to happen after each game with Arsenal fans? Or are you just sort of kind of relaxed like me? It wasn't fun, but, you know, what did you expect kind of deal? If you want to check out everything Arsenal, then check the link in the description for the ATA Facebook page. If you want to check out my channel, there is a link in the description and there is an annotation on the screen. Otherwise, I will see you all just before the Tottenham Hotspur game. Fingers crossed for a win there. Let's try and forget about today. And if we do win against Tottenham, I don't think anyone will remember the Bayern Munich match, and we'll have a nice, enjoyable couple of weeks with the international break. I'll see you all on Saturday. See ya.